Okay guys, so again in today's video I'm going to be doing about the chatterbait, like my favorite trailers, how I throw it. I'm going to start doing this with like not just chatterbaits but with like jigs, crankbaits, just how I would throw it, what I would throw it on, what I would use, you know what I mean, just in general, like where I would throw it. Okay, so first I'm going to start out with my favorite types of chatterbaits. Some of my favorites, these French tickler ones that I bought from that guy online. Check it out, Blue Rock Custom Tackle. Some phenomenal chatterbaits right here. This one is also from Blue Rock Custom Tackle. Then my other favorite one is the Z-Man Custom Chatterbait. These are some bomb chatterbaits. So I'm going to start out with trailers. My three favorite trailers. The main trailer would just be a paddle tail swim bait. Like, I think that's what most people throw a chatterbait with, be some sort of paddle tail. These are the kicker fish ones in that tackle warehouse order that I talked about in my preview. I'm gonna buy some Eco Pro tungsten ones. Yeah, so most of the time ribbed is necessary or is preferred. Like you can see, this one has little ribs on it. Just gives off more vibration in the water. And 99% of the time, vibration is what you're trying to accomplish with a chatterbait. So, which is why big paddle tail with a bunch of ribs on it is a really good trailer. The one that I use the second most would be a finesse worm, believe it or not. A little, like a Zoom baby trick worm or a robo worm, something of that nature. Like just a little finesse worm, like you throw in a drop shot. Got it on this Blue Rock Custom Tackle one. The reason that I like a little finesse worm, I mean, I'm sure if you're watching this channel you fished with a chatterbait before. The chatterbait itself hunts, so it's going to make the worm sway. The bait itself gives the bait the action, so your trailer doesn't have to have an action. The chatterbait will give your trailer an action. Which is, this time of year, if I was fishing a chatterbait, I would have a little 4-inch finesse worm as a trailer. It's more subtle. I just slow roll it in the deep waters, because right now the deeper water is warmer. Because I mean, half of my ponds are still frozen. As you saw, it's just rough out there. So right now, if I was throwing a chatterbait, it's going to have a finesse worm trailer. My second favorite trailer, my third favorite trailer, pardon me, it's a little craw. The ones that I've used most of the time are the Berkley Powerbait Chigger craws. But I just bought some Yum Christie craws because they're cheap, so I'm going to try them out. They look like they'd work. They just happen to be the ones that I grabbed. Just put that on there and swim it, and like I said, wow, okay, alright, those legs actually do have look like they're going to have a lot of kicking action to it. So this could go on a swim jig too. That's irrelevant. But this is going to have a lot of vibration too. As to the Chigger craws, it's more of a slow flutter kick. This looks like it's going to swim. So yeah, those are the three trailers that I like to use. And then now we're going to go to rod. My favorite rod for a chatterbait is either a 7-foot or a 7.2 medium. It has a lot of flexibility in the tip. So, you know what I mean, blow it up and cast it. Backbone, stiff as a board, it ain't going nowhere. And then, so this one's actually the blackout. I mean, I'm not just saying it's my favorite one because it's my newest one. It just happens to be the one that I blast through a chatterbait on. But just any 7-foot medium, 7.2 medium. Could even go medium heavy if you were fishing thick grass, but for what I use it, 7-foot medium. The reel that I use is, again, the Abu Garcia Revo. You want sort of a medium speed reel. This one is a 6/4 to 1, so it's medium. You go all the way up to 7 1-to-1, unless you have control of yourself to know to reel slow. You could go higher than 7 1-to-1. I wouldn't want to go any lower because then it's just going to be going too slow. So yeah, a nice medium speed reel is the best reel to use for a chatterbait. Line. On this pole, I have a 15-pound braid main line. I like having braid because on 99% of my poles I have braid. Then the leader is, you can't really see it, it's 15-pound fluorocarbon leader. You really want fluorocarbon because the main problem that I have with chatterbaits is when you're reeling them, they rise. I don't like that. You know, they rise as they get closer to the boat, so they're really only effective for about 3/4 of the cast. And if you throw that on monofilament or braid, straight braid, like a floating line, it's just going to intensify that rise, and you're only going to get half the cast where the chatterbait's going to be staying in the strike zone. So you always want to throw it with sinking line, whether it be copolymer or fluorocarbon, because that'll help keep it down. Again, the heavier the fluorocarbon, the less rise it's going to have. So I mean, if you're throwing it on 20+ pound fluorocarbon, it's not going to have very much rise. 6-pound fluorocarbon, it's going to have more rise. So yeah, that's line. And then we're going to go next with where I would fish a chatterbait. Pretty much everywhere, except for open water. If it's open water, like not much structure, I'm going to throw a square bill. These really accelerate in grass. Again, around wood, I'm going to throw a square bill. Rock, it's going to be a square bill. But grass, it's going to be a chatterbait because it's got one hook. It's a lot less grass is going to get caught up on your one hook rather than just 2 treble hooks. It's pretty much grassy areas. Again, flats where they're spawning. If there's a big spawning flat, you just want to put your boat right in the middle of it and just cover water, because you're going to come across beds and big moms aren't going to like a chatterbait running through their bed. What I like to do most of the time too is if I cast to one spot, the very next cast I'm going to cast at the exact same spot. Because a lot of the time, alright, the first cast it goes over and it's just enough to piss the fish off, but it's not gonna eat it yet. That second cast might piss it off to the point where it's gonna eat it. Sometimes I'll even throw 3 casts to one spot if it looks good, like if it's the only piece of structure in the whole flat and you throw it there and you don't get bit, throw it there again. And if he doesn't eat it, throw it there. Don't do that enough till you waste the whole day just fishing a couple spots, but throw it to it 2 or 3 times, because a lot of the times it's not gonna piss the fish off enough to eat it on the first time. Like these are really annoying to the fish, as you can imagine. This blade spinning, big old paddle tail, it just makes the fish angry and it wants to eat it. So throw it to one spot more than once. Like, I'm not saying repeat every single cast, but if it's a cast where you'd like, if I was a fish I'd be there, throw it to it again. You know, you never know. So comment down below what kind of bait you want me to use next. I'm either gonna do square bill, jig, or spinnerbait. So comment down below, or if you want me to do another one, any kind of top water, just let me know in the comments. Alright guys, I'll catch you later.